Yeah, hi everyone. Radhe
Hi,
Radhe.
Sindhu.
Hi,
Hi.
राधे राधे जी। ठीक है सिंधु, so we've been waiting for you and to continue our conversation from yesterday. So how about we just take 3 deep breaths and then we'll start together, okay?
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
okay. 3 deep breaths, 3 Om chants, and then we'll start. ठीक है Sindhu. So where were we yesterday? What did you want to discuss?
No, it was day before yesterday, in fact. But I'll have to
Ah,
recall the exact question that I had put forward. And this was for general assessment.
hmm.
Uh, because,
Was it
you know,
about
it,
expectation management from other people to us?
no, it
Was
was
it
about
about that?
relationship management. It was about relationship management itself. Expectation management, of course, we had discussed earlier.
Mm-hmm. So what about relationship management?
You will come across, from what I can recall, it's close to uh, potentially close to what I had actually brought out the other day with dealing with relationships wherein the other person is uh, not at all open to um, accepting you the way you are. With there's no natural acceptance from the other side
Mm-hmm.
with respect to things uh, you know they want. So there is a part of which is to do with expectation. So they expect you to be in a certain way, and in some people may think that uh, getting a little spiritual or acting on it or carrying out exercises towards it. Let's say towards the program, this program itself. So some
Mm-hmm.
people in the relationship, you don't have just one person, but many
Mm-hmm.
people, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
they may think that what are you doing, because they have no understanding of it at all,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? And usme hua ki, okay, instead you can maybe spend time with me.
Mm-hmm.
So not just about the time of the workshop. Let's say if we talk about breathing exercise, for example,
Mm-hmm.
meditation for that matter. So
Mm-hmm.
the world is full of people who may acknowledge also that meditation may help, but are not willing enough to dive into it.
Mm-hmm.
And when when somebody who wants to actually do it is faced with such a situation, how do you deal with such relationships? Because even then it starts becoming toxic.
Mm-hmm.
So relationship dealing, expectation management combine in many ways.
So basically, it's about, you know, in a relationship, in the current, in any day, in any situation, if we are with somebody, then we have to plan together, coordinate together, and do things
Yes,
together, right? So
yes.
therein, maybe it's about discussion, Sindhu, as in these things, then I believe are to be discussed. And also for our personal
Yes.
practice, we can
Can I
try
just
to
hold
find
you
an
for 1 second?
alone.
Can I just hold you for a second? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Please continue.
So, Sindhu, in relationships, when we live with somebody in the same house, right, we coexist with a person. So then there will be times which
Yes.
overlap in our schedule. There will be times which don't overlap in our schedule. Like it could be some personal time that we get alone. And I believe this alone time is very healthy for any relationship. And if in a relationship, one partner, both partners do not allow each other then this alone time, right? So probably it means that we are going in relationship as beggars and not kings and queens,
No, I'm
right?
not talking about people in a relationship, uh, or people um, you know in a relationship. People won't mind actually allowing you that little space for yourself. That is usually respected in good relationships. in relationships where people are understanding enough, but I'm talking about relationships in general.
Hmm. So, so people not accepting you in relationships in general. This is what you mean, not accepting you as you are.
Yeah. Yes.
That's the main problem. It's not about what
Yes.
activities we do together or how we spend time together. It's
Yeah.
about,
Yeah. That's right. That's right. It's about the personality.
okay, so people not accepting the personality, right? So, which
Yeah.
can
And
be.
this is a
Mhm,
big
mhm.
number, unfortunately.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Hmm, hmm. So, what do you think is the solution?
I'm still pondering over it actually, because there has to be a middle path, according to me.
Okay, so in this middle path, what outcomes would you want? What would you want?
Um, Respect for basic space and acceptance.
Correct. So, I guess acceptance comes when in the nine feelings of relationships we develop trust and respect, then acceptance naturally follows, right? So, and also, um, acceptance is the third feeling, right? The sense of affection, swikriti, which follows along with it.
Right.
So if in some relationships, Sindhu, other person is, we cannot expect them to suddenly start respecting us, right? And accept us overnight.
Yeah.
That not happen. It will not happen, right? It is impractical to even hope for that. Correct.
No,
So then,
I'm saying, difficulty arises when there is toxicity that takes over. And then okay, now I recall better. I was also talking about people in whether it's a small group or a bigger group. Then you will have people who are manipulating their way through to get their things done.
hmm,
And the
so
whole idea of aligning with the other person, even if you were in sync with the other person earlier, that gets lost.
hmm, hmm, hmm. So
And the world is
sometimes
full of
people,
such people who are willing to
correct.
manipulate enough.
Right, right, right. And it can bring some sort of a toxicity in the situation also. Correct. So then,
Right.
so what would you like in this situation, Sindhu? I remember we discussed before also the same thing. So what
Yes.
are our choices and options? Let us consider our options in such a case. Either option one, we continue to tolerate this toxic relationship the way it is, even though it is, whether or not it is changing. If it starts to improve and change for better, we have hope to stay. But if it shows no signs of changing, then we probably have a choice to just walk away from the relationship, in the sense that we cannot cancel the relationship that exists, but we can start managing our interactions better, right? How much we meet, what we talk about, what we don't. We can start defining boundaries in the relationship. That's the first option, right? That we can do. If we do not see any hope of change, then we just take a call and we define a boundary. And the second option is that before we arrive at that point where we lose all hope in the possibility that other person can also start bringing some change in them, we can first work on ourselves in the process and just see that is there something that's I can improve upon. Can I increase my competence for harmony? How can I ensure that I don't react in the relationship?
Okay.
That we can try, right? That I should not take this energy from this person. I should not react to this person while
Okay.
protecting myself. While protecting myself. This itself is a protection, no, an emotional protection for myself.
Okay. So
Okay.
while
Hmm.
you want to reach out to people, you know, uh, and connect with them, you if you come across such energies, then you should actually draw a boundary. Is that what you're saying?
I choose program very wisely, yes, and that program may include some boundaries also, and it has to be done with
Okay.
patience as well. Before we come to big conclusions about the relationship, it's always good that we patiently evaluate ourselves.
Right.
If you remember the discussion on trust, right? It is
Yes.
about intention of the other person is
Yes.
also harmony, but the other
Right.
person does not have competence to be in harmony. Similarly,
Right.
even I don't have competence to always be in harmony, right?
Right.
So the if the other
Right.
person does not want to work on their competence straight away, I will start
Mm-hmm.
by myself increasing my competence to be in harmony, and I will take this person as as an angel sent by God to test my patience and my competence. And I can
Okay.
take it also as a challenge that can I become a version of me which is not affected by this person anymore.
Okay.
You see, they say no impervious to the assaults of the other
Right.
person, right? Like
Right.
Buddha was
Like
assaulted
Buddha.
by so many people, right? कितना गालियां खाई
Right.
उन्होंने, but he would not accept those, no? So
Right.
that is the first stand we need to be ensured. In fact,
Okay.
there was this Mexican shaman called Don Juan, and his
Mm-hmm.
student was Carlos Castaneda. So
Mm-hmm.
Castaneda went to study with him and got into the shamanism, and he wrote
Okay.
12 books of his learnings from Don Juan. Okay.
Okay.
So one of the things Don Juan would do with his disciples was to send them to place of some tyrant, some psychopath. Okay.
Okay.
Some very sociopathic, psychopathic, or narcissist person that go do a job with this person, and not for few months but for few years, as a
Okay.
practice to drop your ego.
Okay.
Because if one day this tyrant's behavior has stopped affecting your emotional state and your response to situations, that means
Mm-hmm.
your ego has not dissolved. Because who
Okay.
gets hurt when somebody abuses us, somebody behaves badly, and we feel bad about it, right? When our expectations are shattered, who feels bad? It's our ego who feels bad.
Right.
And and ego is a product of the
Right.
mind. Ego is not
Right.
myself. I am not the ego, no. But
Yeah.
the mind has itself assumed that whatever are its belief of what it is, which we call the ego,
Mm-hmm.
that it is that. है ना? And the
Okay.
self is not objecting and interfering with that. The self is so neutral that it lets it be. Self is often sleeping, like we discussed. No, not in role. Mind is not consulting the self. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So ego gets
Right.
hurt. So hence, this
Okay.
is also an opportunity when we are with such people. We can take this as an opportunity to increase our own competence to ensure our harmony.
Mm-hmm.
है ना? To grow ourselves in our journey. And we can be grateful for them, actually. That anger can be replaced by
Mm-hmm.
gratefulness. That you are such a tough person in my life, you know, who's maybe not
Mm-hmm.
even willing to change one bit at all, but I am
Right.
still willing to work on myself to be able to not just tolerate you, but accept you as you are. Even though you cannot accept me, I will accept you.
Right.
I will be patient with you, and I will work on myself to
Mm-hmm.
increase my harmony. Okay. Now, with
Right.
this, I will also see how to deal with you. For example, Sindhu, if I have a
Mm-hmm.
scorpion and I have,
Mm-hmm.
let's say, a mouse, right? Or a
Yeah.
dog. With all
Mm.
three animals, I will deal differently, right? A dog I can be petting
Right.
all the time, maybe a mouse also if I
Right.
have a pet, but I won't be petting
Right.
scorpion all the time the same way.
Right. Right.
Correct? I may love the
Right.
scorpion still and accept the scorpion as my pet and still show affection to it, take care of it. But my program
Mm.
with the scorpion will be different than my program with the dog.
Right.
है ना? So now, for us,
Right.
when we deal with somebody who's displaying toxic behavior or conduct, hmm, firstly,
Or maybe is if not completely toxic, well, I don't know if maybe you will consider manipulation to be a part of a negative connotation, but
Hmm.
Um, the world has become very competitive. And too many of us also live on this planet. And
Hmm.
amongst these competitive ideas, वो कहते नहीं कि अगर आप इसका काम नहीं खराब कर सकते हो तो इसका नाम खराब कर दो. So
Ah,
how do you
right.
deal with such situations? Because then they actually end up targeting your credibility in the world, and you some on some occasions you're not even aware as to where it started from, who started it, and
Hmm.
once you're
Hmm.
also not sure about the source from where it was initiated, you are unsure how to go about it.
Right. So you're saying that what if this particular example you took is an example of somebody like waging a war against you in a way, right? It's like
E- yeah,
attacking you in
something
a
like
way,
that. Attacking
trying to
you.
harm
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
harm you,
yes.
right? So what do we do if somebody is trying to harm us? They could be directly harming us or behind our back, they could be harming us,
Yes, yes.
right? So the main question is, what if somebody wants to harm me? How do
Now,
I deal with
one thing is clear. One thing
hmm,
is clear that the circle from where it is originated. So you can actually assume that it's got to be somebody from this circle itself.
mhm.
But
Okay.
you're still unsure who actually started it, right?
Wow. Like a suspense movie, huh?
Like a suspense movie or something like that. And
Okay.
and then you don't know who to behave and how to behave, because there are many people in the circle, right? So you're unsure how to go about it. So of course one idea is that you be yourself and accept or the uh, fact that your credibility is being targeted.
Hmm. Hmm.
You just let it be, or you act upon it.
Hmm.
But if you choose to act upon it, what do you do?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, so much depends on the exact situation and context that, if we could, if we talk in terms
maybe
of
just
doing.
maybe just say jealousy, for example.
Mhm, 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 that the person is jealous of you, right? Okay,
Just jealousy.
ठीक है. तो सिंधु, मतलब सबसे मेन चीज क्या है ना, like we discussed before also, there are two aspects to living. One is being and the other is doing.
Right,
So doing may answers may be infinite. We have infinite choices of what we can do in a
right,
situation. What
right.
is more important is which state of being are those choices made from. If a
Right.
person is jealous with me and I suspect this person wants to harm me, I can
Yeah.
feel loss of trust with this person, lose my harmony, I
But
can feel
the question
agitated.
is,
And then I
the
can
question
choose what
is,
to do.
I get it. The question is, ki, if you're not sure who this person is in this group of people, right? You know that this is the group. Somebody
Hmm,
in this group has initiated it. Now you have to, be with the group, deal with the group, and you kind of get to understand that okay, इन्होंने भी किसी की बात सुन के ये थोड़े से बहक गए about you, right?
hmm, hmm, hmm.
So what do you do under those circumstances?
So first of all, though, I feel the group should see that you are not affected. You should be smiling like Osho, chilled out.
Okay, so not
I
do
think
anything is the first thing.
first, no, doing se pehle first chilling out and smiling. And
Chilling out and
you
smiling. Okay.
first step is this, and be full of heart energy. This affection going from you is
Hmm.
evident to everyone. In your presence, they just feel you are still affectionate for them, and it will surprise them that this person
Okay.
is firstly laughing, smiling, he's happy. He's not
Hmm.
affected by my attack. ठीक है ना?
Hmm.
Secondly, he still has affection for all of us. He accepts us.
Huh.
Even though we bit him on his back, or one person bit you, another person maybe agreed on his views. But
Yeah.
all of them will feel that Sindhu is still being so nice with us. So
Huh.
maybe Sindhu did what this person accuses, or maybe Sindhu did not do. But in the end,
Hmm.
they sense your energy, right? And they like you. and they will be bewildered that how is this person still so happy and still so glowing and still giving us so much warmth and care and true
But
warmth and care. Hmm.
no, but
This is what I would do.
in today's times, do you think that people actually um, even have that um, conscious idea or time to think like this?
Yes, yes, Sindhu, always, always. As a human being, no, when we see evidence of maturity in somebody, we see evidence of wisdom, of greatness, then a human
Yes.
being, no matter how blind they are never 100% blind. They will
Okay.
see some part of it, and there will be at least 1% receptivity in every human being. So we talked
Hmm.
of intention, competence, right? Matlab,
Yes.
we said that every human being has same potential, which is shamta. Then,
Hmm.
but our competence or yogyata differs, right? Then there's a third
Right.
thing also, which is called patruta or receptivity. So no human being has 0% receptivity.
Okay.
1% at least they are open to learn something. ठीक है? So
Okay.
if you're shining like a sun, then at least one ray will reach their mind inside.
Okay.
है ना? पूरा ग्लास नहीं खुला है तो 1% तो खुला है ना lid. एक तो रोशनी की
Uh,
किरण जाएगी अंदर.
uh,
No one is fully blind by. So
okay.
they will at least appreciate you and they will respect you for this. They will admire you for being like this, even though they may continue to be jealous of you. That's their choice. Okay, but first they will admire you,
Hmm.
and secondly, maybe if you continue to be accepting with them, and acceptance in continuity is called patience,
Hmm.
right? What is patience? Acceptance in continuity, right? So if you
Right.
continue to accept them, then one day they're bound to melt. Most of the human beings, I believe, out of 9 out of 10 will melt.
Okay.
And now they won't take very long. So see,
Okay.
even in my village, right? There was,
Yes.
I once had some interns coming over, and there was some rumor spread about me to those
Okay.
interns by somebody from the village. Similar situation.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
I know 3 or 4 places they used to go. So
Right.
I knew one of those people has spread this rumor
Right.
about me. Okay.
Right.
And I even know
Right.
who that person is now. Okay. Those interns
Okay.
later told me. But since
Hmm.
then, Sindhu, I never even discussed with that person so far. Okay. But I have maintained a very good relationship with them of going,
Okay.
coming, eating, sitting. So at least
Uh-huh.
these people know that they are not even sure if I know about this or not, but they know that I am dealing well with them. And I give good energy
Okay.
to them every time. Okay. Now,
Okay.
in a moment, at least when these people know that I have not judged them for blaming me, for accusing me of something wrong, which I never
Hmm.
did, right? And
Hmm.
I'm still
Hmm.
behaving well with them. So I see that day after day, firstly, their behavior with me on my face is still good. And secondly,
Hmm.
I have an possibility and an opening in a good moment to discuss this
Hmm.
with them. If I discuss this issue with them now, and 2 years
Hmm.
have gone by after this incident, I know they
Hmm.
will not feel attacked by me on this,
Right. Right.
right? So, what will be important is if I were you, if it is really important, I hang around with this group very closely,
Hmm.
then I will first wait for a right moment. First you see, I will carry myself with composure, be feel good, and then I will
But
be good with everybody.
okay.
Okay, and then in
But
a good
let's
moment, I will bring this discussion up
right. But
if
let's
needed.
look at the flip side. Let's say one of these villagers who's close to you, right, and
Mhm,
thinks well about you, and
mhm,
confronts you that this is what I have heard,
mhm,
and I don't need to tell you where I heard it from, but what are you doing
mhm.
or what have you done?
ठीक है.
Then you don't have that patience to make the other person wait for that moment when you can actually talk about it.
In that case, how I will respond, Sindhu, and this is my personal answer. Hmm?
Yeah, yeah,
I will explain to him and offer him my answer that whether I have done it or not, what's my view of reality, I will share with him.
right,
Okay.
right,
Now, secondly, I will bring my attention to my inner journey. I will come back
Okay.
to the japa I do, to the dhyan I do on God, my sleep, my
Okay.
full day hosh mein jeene ki dhyan, right? And I will
Right.
simply work on my connection with God, which is the practice I try to do throughout the day. At least be
Okay.
conscious, aware, watch my thoughts and feelings, always be watching consciously, होश में रहूं, और मैं अपने अंदर जो नाम मेरा चलता रहता है वो मेरा चलता रहे.
Mhm.
Everyone has their own practice, right? Breath देखो,
Right.
नाम सुनो,
Right.
साउंड सुनो, भगवान का फॉर्म देखो, जो भी आप प्रैक्टिस करते हो. आई विल कम टू दैट
Right.
बिकॉज आई नो आई डोंट हैव टाइम टू वेस्ट टू कन्विंस all the people in the world and make them
Right.
satisfied about me, right? If
Right.
some people really care about me, they will come and talk to me, like this person who talked to
Okay.
you know in this example, or talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will answer to this person, but I don't have an agenda to make other people happy, because I can never make them happy.
Right.
They themselves are not happy. I am also
Right.
not happy today. So I can rather work to make myself happy and keep myself
Right.
happy in continuity. This is
Right.
all I can do, and I will come back to this, Sindhu, because otherwise the world will drag you. You will get
Yes.
dragged and pulled down and torn to shreds by the world.
That's
If you
exactly the.
That's something happening with you, huh? So you will experience this, Sindhu bhai. Matlab,
No,
the
it's not.
moment you
It's not happening with me as such. It happened with me. It's kind of stopped. But uh, as far as I was concerned, I had to tell them. He, if you know me enough, what to believe.
hmm, correct, which is fine. Yeah. See, all of this in the doing, no, whatever choice we make is in the doing domain. Most
Yes.
important is Sindhu,
Yes. In the
our
doing domain.
being. Ah, doing is not the more important domain. Being is the important
Right.
domain. So in these
Right.
moments, I will come back to my state of being.
Right.
Okay, how am I being right now? मैं कैसा हूँ? और उसी को ध्यान कहते हैं. होने को ही ध्यान कहते हैं. जैसा हमारा ध्यान है, वैसे हम हैं. है ना?
Okay.
तो मैं अपने केवल होने पे ध्यान दूं. दैट्स इट. मैं कैसा हूँ, भगवान से मेरा कैसा कनेक्शन है, या मेरी हार्मनी से कैसा कनेक्शन है, इन लोगों के साथ मैं कैसा फील कर रहा हूँ, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर मी. माई स्टेट ऑफ फीलिंग्स एंड बीइंग, and
Okay.
there the feelings are most important there. How am I feeling right now? So इसी पे focus देने का है. When I'm feeling fine, I will know what's the right thing to do. How? The second piece I will pick by my inner compass. My intuition or inner compass will guide me how to deal in this situation. When I'm feeling
Okay.
fine, not in a moment when I'm agitated. Because जब मैं agitated हूँ, so even if inner compass is saying something, but my agitation speaks louder, in a much louder voice, and there the voice of compass gets suppressed. So the louder voice often stands. So in a moment of agitation, with my practice, I will know I should not be acting right now. I will try not to act in that moment. It is very difficult to do at times, but it is, if this is not the right thing to do, then what is more worthy than this to do? Is to wait for just a right moment to act.
Okay.
And
That
and
answers me fairly. Yeah.
yeah, so just focus on your own journey. That's the thing. My journey and my being should be fine. And
Hmm.
I take charge of my journey, not other people. And Sindhu, in everyone's life, these situations come, right? When people defame you. I also
Yeah.
went through this. You went through this. Everybody
Everyone
goes
does.
through this, right? And my
Right.
Gurudev says, in this moment, just turn to God. Think of God. What he says, when somebody beats you on the road, don't think of the person, think of God. When somebody
Okay.
abuses you on the road, don't think of the person or the abuse, think of God. When
Okay.
somebody, cheats you, then don't think of the person, think of God. Matlab, in every
Okay.
situation, think of God.
Okay.
Be with God. That's his way
Okay.
of saying, no, that
Get
be
it.
with God. That's our journey by. So वो
Get
है.
it.
That's